Oh, goodness, y'all. I hope y'all can see me good. I have decided to run away until about 9:30. I'm sitting in my car, and let me tell you why. My children are takers, okay? They take, until there is nothing left for them to take. Oh, yeah. Mommy gives and gives and gives and gives and gives. And they don't listen. They are very hard-headed. They don't follow the rules. And they talk, argue all day long. My brain just couldn't handle anymore. Nope. So I said, you know what? I'm going to run to the store and I'll be right back. Now they're in there with their dad, who also is a taker. He takes and takes and takes. And I give and I give and I give and I give. And I just, I just have to give me a break. Oh, Lord, I just need a break. Breathe. Breathe. I get so frustrated and so irritated because I don't understand why these little people and the big person, if all I'm doing is giving, how come when I ask for simple things, it can't get done? So, for about the next 30 minutes, I'm over it. Yep. They can have it. And I know I'm not the only person that complains. I know I'm not. I'm sure there are plenty of other mommies out there that can relate to me. We do. Just by nature, we're givers. We give all of our time. We love and nurture. And hardly anyone puts back into us. And we have to make ourselves go somewhere to give back to ourselves. You see, I don't want y'all to think that I'm just complaining like, oh, my life just sucks and it's horrible. But some days it feels like that. Some days it feels like I work really hard, I come in the home, and on my days off, I spend my whole day cleaning, doing laundry, taking care of the girls, running them to their doctor's appointments, cooking, going out doing the shopping, that's clothes and food. And I don't really do much for myself, and that's fine because that's just who I am. But I just wish somebody would just show me a little bit of appreciation. Just a little bit. More than a thank you. Thank you is good, but when I say something like, go sit down, I wish they would just go sit down. I mean, how hard is that? When I say stop talking right now, I am busy trying to do something. I wish they would just stop talking. But let me tell you about tonight. I'm going to tell you why. What the straw that broke the camel's back and why I had to run away. My 4-year old, she is a brat. I didn't do it. I don't know how she became a brat, but actually, yes, I do. Her dad. Okay. So she's a brat. And after her shower and all of that, after dinner and whatnot, she asks if she can go in her room and watch TV. Okay, fine. I told her yes. But instead of going in her room and watching TV, she's under the dining room table playing with this car. And I'm like, okay, so if you don't want to go in your room and watch TV, then you can just go get in my bed with your dad so you can go to sleep. And of course, she starts throwing a fit, or crying rather, not throwing a fit. She starts crying because she doesn't want to do that. And she keeps talking and talking. So finally, at the top of my lungs, because I just couldn't take it anymore, because she's like just talking back, just talking. And I'm talking really sassy, okay? So finally, I'm like, just go watch TV. Dang. Like, you asked if you can go watch the TV, just go watch the TV. Like, I said you can go watch the TV, but you are just... So anyway, she storms off and goes in her room and closes the door, turns the TV on, and had the TV blasting. I mean, it was loud, okay? It sounded like there was a car parked in my backyard bumping their music, and you could hear it sounded like the neighbors were having a party outside in their backyard. So my oldest opens up the door, and then bam, all the sound came out. So of course I'm like, turn the TV down. So the oldest gets the remote, turned TV down, brought the remote to me. I don't know why she brought it to me, but she did. And that set the 4-year-old off. Now she's, where's my remote? I want mommy run. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm so tired. I really am. Like, starting at 7 o'clock this morning, this little girl has been talking nonstop and being hard-headed. Okay? I don't know if it's just the 4-year-old, like, blues. I don't remember my oldest being 4 and being this dang on stubborn. But anyway, so I make her get back in the bed, told her that she didn't need the remote, and she's crying, yes I do need the remote, because then when Adley or whatever her name, when Adley goes off, then when this one goes off, I want to turn to the next one if it's something that I don't want to watch. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go to get the remote, and she's just crying, like kind of crying, but not at a high-pitched scream yet. So I'm like, you know what? Forget it. No TV for you, because this type of behavior, I cannot reward this type of behavior. So I take the remote. This little girl comes running behind me, jumping all over me and screaming at the top of her lungs. I kid you not. She was trying to attack me. I got attacked by I can laugh about it now that I'm away, but it's not funny. I'm being attacked by my 4-year-old, screaming and hollering, So here I am wrestling around with her, trying to get her to calm down, trying to get her to get back in her room. She's not doing it. So I'm like, okay. So I took her by her arm and I started to walk her to my bedroom. Here comes my husband. Don't be doing that to my baby. Don't be grabbing her arm. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't mean to mock him. He says, don't be doing that to my baby. Don't be grabbing her arm. And I'm like, you know what? You deal with her, because this is not going to cut it. I cannot reward or condone this type of behavior. It needs to be broken. She needs to learn how to manage her emotions. She should not be throwing temper tantrums like that. Well, anyway, she's still like coming after me, hey, screaming and yelling, so I get her in the room and I'm telling him, like, can you deal with her? Because he's still trying to tell me how to deal with, no, not telling me how to deal with her, telling me what not to do. Okay, so I'm trying to give it over to him now because nothing I'm doing is working anyway. So I just finally just locked my door, closed it, and walked off. Well, then she started banging on my door, comes out the room, still yelling, screaming, crying. So finally, I'm just at the point where I'm just going to ignore her. You know what? I'm just going to ignore you because you're going to have to calm down. For one, she's been coughing all day with her asthma, and I don't. Then he's been sick in bed all day. That irritated me because just a week and a half ago or whatever, I had the flu, and he kept telling me, no, he was making comments like, oh, it doesn't matter if you're sick, you still have kids you have to take care of or whatever. But he's in the bed literally all day long. I think this man got out the bed and came out of the living room at like maybe 1 o'clock, went back in the room, and didn't come back out until 4 or 5. Okay. Now, he was the one saying when you're sick, you still have kids, you can't just lay down in bed. And might I remind y'all, when I had the flu, oh my gosh, I felt like I was walking around half dead. Seriously. Felt like I had been ran over by a train. Felt like an elephant was sitting on my lungs. Felt like an elephant was sitting on my head. A tiger had bitten the back of my neck. I don't know. I felt horrible. But every day, I still had to get up and take care of my kids because how many of you women have a husband that does this? They do this, oh, you can't be sicker than me syndrome. So like you don't feel good, but now all of a sudden they don't feel good, and they're laying in the bed competing with you and telling you, sorry y'all, I'm in the car and the lights then turned off automatically. But anyway, they're in the bed competing with you, like they can't move and they can't get up. But I know, we all know, it's a universal thing that men are huge babies when they don't feel good. I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not. So yes, they're huge babies. But excuse me. Look, peeking out the window at me. Probably my oldest, who has managed to be getting herself in trouble a lot. 12-year-old blues, This is the real life. You know what I'm saying? The real life. What I'm dealing with as a wife, a mom, and a full-time employee. I manage a salon. So I have a stylist up under me who, they're pretty good, but it's still a lot of stress on me because when we're understaffed or whatever, I'm picking up the short end of the stick. I get the short end of the stick. I'm working all the hours that, and I'm tired of it, because I'm no spring chicken, and I have a family that needs me. But I'm thankful anyway. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my career. I just need God to answer some prayers for me because a sister getting tired, okay? Y'all, it's getting hot out here. Down here in Houston, where the fall means the temperatures cool down to about 93. And it's still humid outside and mosquitoes are still buzzing around. I really didn't want to roll my window down. You might see one fly in here somewhere, but yeah. I had to run away. But y'all, comment down below. Let me know. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know I'm not the only one. Okay? I love my husband and I love my kids, but sometimes, I just have to run away.